Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, Season 1, Episode 5. So, last time we had a whole bunch of people dead in the Sarate, like over 1,000, I'm pretty sure they calculated already, and it hasn't even been very long since they got here. We've had 4 captains last episode have their Bankais stolen. We learned that it's steal, not seal, and I'm sure as we go we'll learn why the significance is so different, because it does, as I said last episode, it does seem like they're sealing it in a device, but I guess it could also be considered it stealing it and putting it in the device kind of thing. So, but either way, regardless of that, we also had the fight going on in Hueco Mundo. They managed to deal a decent blow to Opie, but then Ichigo took off to try to help the Sarate, and now he is imprisoned in the in-between space between Hueco Mundo and there. So I'm curious where we're going from here. I'm excited. So hopefully, I mean, I was saying last episode, I don't know that there's any hope for the Sarate unless Ichigo gets there. So maybe Urahara will pull something out of his ass, or something will happen. But let's watch and find out. Let the story tell us. Alright guys, we're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I might eat some chocolates here and there, left over from Halloween, just because I am very hungry. No, they're gonna get everyone's hopes up. I hope he gets here. They sensing it now? Yeah. Maybe they can help? Oh shit, no! Not these guys! Oh, Chitambo. Oh, he's hurt. He's like thrown into it, wasn't he? Or he's being controlled. Oh boy. That's like a staff out of an MMO. Oh man. Gave me a little bit of chills, like the people like asking for help. And then Ichigo not being able to help. Man. Oh shit. Wrath as a lightning. Damn. Like, you know how we always talk about, or at least I do, and other people seem to agree, that these episodes move a little too quick. I was like starting to get like chills and a little bit emotional there, and then it just like cuts away to other shit. Like, not other shit, it was Rukia saying like, I'm sure he would come, but like, I feel like if we sat on that black and white screen a little bit and maybe got a little bit of like Ichigo's internal monologue or something like that, I think that would have been really cool. But I feel like it went so fast that it didn't have the impact that it could have, right? But, I don't know. I don't even know if I finished what I was saying about the candy before, but I am starving for some reason, so hopefully eating a couple pieces of this will help. No, I looked! God damn it, Kenpachi, you're so badass. The jail. Come on, Ichigo. I know you can do it. If we kill this guy, would it go away? He still has a hole in him. Good God! Who the fuck did that? He's bisected! Everyone's getting bisected in this show. Who? Who could it be? Grimjow definitely died, right? That didn't look like an attack by Grimjow either. I don't know. I'm trying to think of people from Wakamundo. Alright. Ooh, he is. Maybe it's part of his ability. Oh, that's a guy. I thought that was a girl. I think I called it a girl last episode. Hmm. Does he make you feel fear? Ugh. The problem with an ability like this is it sounds like it would be effective the way he's explaining it like this, but you know that anime power is going to be like, I've learned to conquer fear long ago, and then they just fight normally. But we might have him shuddering for a few here. Oh, yes, of course, or immediately. I've learned to embrace it. Nice. Oh! What? Oh shit. That's not good. Ugh. I hate these little CG bugs. Not the mouth! No! Ah! Oh shit! That was cool. Is he gonna use his Bankai now? That's what the steel means? Yeah. didn't seem like he had to do that, though. That's ominous. Well, that's not good. I just want to go back to Lake Omundo and see what happened there. Oh, shit. Everyone's having a rough time. Just gonna use it again. Oh shit, he's back up! Oh. That can't be good either. Jesus. Oh! Is this the luchador again? Is he back? God damn it. Oh my god. Yeah, those look like luchador boots. Damn, that broke his thing too. Oh, Byakuya. We are quickly running out of competent fighters. Damn. We've seen a lot of characters' blades break in this show. No. We've seen Byakuya's break. Never mind. Excuse me, sorry. That was a good time to sneeze, though, mid-card. I'm fairly certain we've seen Byakuya's blade break, and he's like, you think I can't still use this? And then drop it into the ground, and then drop the piece of the broken blade into the ground, too. Yeah, we've definitely seen that. I can't remember what fight it was, but... unless it was filler, but... this is what we saw at the end of the opening. We didn't even have to see his fight. 3 of them! Oh my god, he's cut right down the middles. They are obsessed with bisecting people. I guess he's not cut in half this time. Oh my god, he's a werewolf. Jeez. Split him in 2. We aren't gonna get to see it. It was just so easy. Oh my god! It's not the first time he fought himself. That was filler, though. The last time he fought himself, not this. Well, love you, Kenpachi, but I don't know that you stand a chance against him. Okay, we're back here. Is he actually, like, sensing them? Is he knowing that? Is that him seeing it? I know he was hearing a bunch of voices that weren't just in the science department. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's just gonna break it open, isn't he? Oh, they made it out. Shuhei. Brass knuckles. We need Kensei here. Tensei? Kensei? Kensei, I think. Overkill. Oh, man. Shit. Oh, shit. He heard you. He wants revenge. Oh, shit. He's not a happy man. This is not your lucky day, sir. Oh, shit. We don't even know what his Bankai does. Ooh. Over 2,000 years. He's gonna tank it. Oh. Whoa! Whoa! He looks so different. It like took me a second because I like doubted what I was seeing. Ooh. Nice. Ah, so he has fought it before. Very Whoa, that's cool. Shit, I like how he activated that. That was neat. Ah, it left him another scar. He beat that Bankai, but it probably got stronger, right? Oh, it's cool getting more of this character, but it's even more sad that he's dead. Hmm. Nice. Genry Usai. Oh, man. He is gonna destroy this guy. This isn't the Bankai you mastered. Wasn't this week. Yeah, oh. Jeez, holy shit! That guy just burned to death! Jeez. Well. God damn, okay, well. I said we needed Ichigo. Maybe we don't. Holy crap. That's terrifying. Yeah. Whoa, he's got Wolverine claws. The counterattack has begun. Like he's scolding me. Nice. No, it's over! Oh, that was a good episode. That was awesome. Actually, I still want to know what happened in Waco Mundo, but I guess that gives me time to try to think about who it could be, right? Like, could it have been like, I don't know. I don't know if Ichigo's father is like strong enough. I'm just trying to think of characters that could show up that aren't just in the Soul Society trying to defend. I'm trying to remember. I don't think he was filler, was he? Do you guys remember the character that helped Rukia when they got separated in Waco Mundo? And he was like a Soul Reaper that was like living in Waco Mundo, killing everyone. Oh, what was his name? But he was just staying there killing hollows constantly. I wonder if, because we ended off with, like, him getting separated from them, but I don't think we ever actually saw his death. So he could still be alive here fighting, I think. I wonder if it could be him. What's another death we didn't actually see? Like, they never actually showed us. Oh. Let's watch what this is. Damn. I kind of thought that might happen. Oh, fuck. I hope this isn't preview. What the hell? Well, shit. Alrighty, guys. That I accidentally paused it, so I'll just end it there. I know I was about to do one of the poem things at the very end, but my bad. But yeah, episode 5, guys. Damn, that was awesome. Even if that was preview, that wasn't. I mean, it makes sense that he'd head to the big bad, right, and cut the head off Snake, you know. But yeah, man. All right. So much like stuff jumping around and everything going on at once. Going back to the beginning for a little bit. What was I talking about? Oh, no. First, what I was saying when the credits were going was the only other death I don't think we really got to see of someone that is like pretty strong, or at least supposed to be strong, even though we weren't really shown like too much of him doing anything too crazy, is Yami, right? The Espada Yami. He was left with Byakuya and Zimpaki? Zaraki? And he came back, and for some reason I thought I pronounced that name wrong. They came back to the Sarite and just casually were like, oh yeah, he's done. And I think we saw him there with like the dog briefly, right? Or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe it did imply he died. I don't think it's him anyway. That was just like a far cry. But yeah, I don't know who it could be that came in and did that, but I'm excited to find that out. Anyway, going back towards that stuff though, Ichigo still locked in his cage. No, like I thought he was gonna break out the way we saw things. Now, I will say, in hindsight, after seeing this whole episode, I think I am more okay with the way they handled the Ichigo stuff in the beginning, right? Because what I thought was going to happen is Ichigo must break out, right? And no, that didn't happen. So my thought was, like, with that little state that Ichigo was in, where it went, like, black and white, and he was thinking about all the people that need him and everything, I thought that was building up for him breaking out. And I was like, well, that kind of disappoints me because I wanted a little more build up to him breaking out if that was what was going to happen. But then it didn't end up happening, and then I'm like, oh, well, okay. You know, like, I'm very much happy with Genry Usai being the one to kind of rally everyone, because they, like, teased us with the idea that maybe it's Ichigo. They all got excited by the idea of Ichigo coming here, and it seemed to raise everyone's spirits a little bit. And it's like, yeah, that always happens, you know? That's nothing new. But Genry Usai coming in and just being so effective, blasting across the Sarite because he's so pissed. I loved what, me and names. Not Jushiro. Jushiro is, the white-haired captain. Shoot. Who is the other dual-wield captain? Son of a bitch. Shunsui. There we go. Jesus, I almost gave up. I almost did. Shunsui. I like what he had to say, where he was like, oh, like, the feeling is spiritual pressure. It feels like he's scolding me, you know, saying you're not this much of a coward. Like, that was cool. I love that line. That was great. But yeah. Like, so seeing that really made me kind of turn on my thought that I had earlier. So I think I do retract that. Like, if Ichigo did break out there by, like, doing those blasts and everything, I think that would have been enough for me to be like, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of the way they handled that, because it was him like, need to help them, slash, out, and it's like, it all happened so fast. Like, I would have liked a little more monologue, but I'm glad we didn't get all that, like, internal monologue and everything. Although, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it still could have been good because it would have built up, like, his helplessness, too. So, I think either way, I think I'm fine with it either way, right? But if they would have built it up more with that black and white scene and him being like, there's nothing I can do, but I have to go there and help him, but, like, you know, going, like, back and forth in its head and being conflicted, but then, like, finding that determination that Ichigo always does and and doesn't attack and it fails kind of thing. Like, I guess that could have been pretty impactful too, of him being like, no, there's just nothing he can do. And maybe that despair would have been burnt away, if you will, when we saw what Genryusai did. So, but yeah, the people asking for help gave me chills, though. Whenever people are like yelling for help and stuff like that, it always like gives me that chills feel kind of thing. But especially when I know that there's characters that are powerful that could come to their rescue kind of thing, because it's also like the chills are also partially the anticipation of, you know, that whatchamacallit, the anticipation of the hero showing up to help them, right? Sorry, I lost my words there. But yeah, we saw Byakuya fight. I really like the one moment where Byakuya really like retaliated with the sword and everything. It was nicely animated, I felt like, and stuff like that. But unfortunately, without his Bankai and with the enemy being able to use his Bankai and then have this other ability too, it seems like it was too much for Byakuya to handle. So, but yeah, it was cool how we had that be like, oh, fear is like, I'm trying to make sure I understand the way his fear stuff worked. Like, so we had the fear stuff, and his ability takes all these different things and turns them to fear, like wielding my sword, you know, stepping into strike. Basically, like, it makes you reconsider everything you do because of fear. And then that fear made Byakuya focus on his one, like, his thing that allows him to conquer fear, that thing that he needs to protect. And then it showed it, like, melt away. And I don't think that was just, like, a visual metaphor. I mean, it was. I don't know what I'm saying. It was a visual metaphor, but, like, I think that was his power at work again. He was turning the one thing, or maybe not the one thing, but the strongest emotion Byakuya has for, you know, being able to fight that fear and turn that into fear too. And that's where it like really hits you at your core kind of thing. So, and then Renji just got instantly bodied, unfortunately. And obviously something happened to Rukia too. We never went back to that. We just saw blood. But she turned her back on the enemy and seemingly got hurt as well. Or did we see her on the ground? We might have seen her down as well when Ichigo was like, Renji, Rukia, you know? And what was up with that? Was Ichigo actually seeing that? Because, like, we've never had Ichigo be able to, like, sense other people over a great distance. Hasn't he always been even kind of bad at that, too? I don't know. It was just interesting in the way they framed it. Like, the only thing I can think of is he wasn't actually seeing that. He was just thinking of, like, what could have happened to his friends, and that's what freaked him out. And it showed us the images of what actually happened to his friends. It wasn't what he was actually seeing. It was just him being worried for his friends. I guess that's a possibility too. But yeah, I don't know. The idea that right in front of the enemy, he said, I guess the enemy was extremely confident, so maybe that's why, but he said to Renji, like, hey, stay back, watch what she does, your Bankai is going to be very important, so I want you to sit back and pay attention to everything. I'm going to try to draw out the abilities, and it seems like if I was a smart enemy that was very strong and, you know, much stronger than this guy without his Bankai there, I think I would have beaten him using the least amount of abilities possible. But it seemed like he just did exactly what Byakuya wanted and just showed him all the abilities he has. I mean, granted, there's probably more. Like, we saw some crazy stuff from OP, so that guy might have more as well, but I felt like I wouldn't have shown as much as he did. I wouldn't have, like, even shown how they do the Bankai and how effective it is, kind of thing. But But yeah, I guess he was overconfident, and not like Renji really did much anyway. So, but yeah. Oh my god. I wish we got to see more of that. Like, I like it because Kenpachi is such a badass, you know, and he's so strong that that seeing that little flashback of him killing those three was amazing. But like, I don't know, I always want more of Kenpachi. But I mean, I guess he killed them that fast. Like, what else was there to show, right? And the fact that he ripped that one guy's throat out because he just kept talking, holy shit. Like, I mean, it's crazy because imagine someone who hasn't seen any of Bleach picking up Bleach and watching from start to finish, including this and the old series. Like, you hit that point where it ends, but they might not know that. They just continue on. They're like, okay, yeah, 1,000-Year Blood War's next. Okay, let's go to that. And they start watching it. And one, the animation difference is like immediate. Like, you see a big difference if you're going from that one to this one, right? And then on top of that, the violence is just on a whole nother level. Like, we're seeing so much stuff that we never saw before. And I love it personally because it's hard for me as a viewer. I've talked about this several times, but it's hard for me as a viewer to connect on a level where I understand the wounds they are suffering when they can't show us the wounds that they are suffering, right? And stuff like that. So, like, there's a disconnect there that's always happened in the older Bleach, and I'm just kind of glad that I don't really, like, have that disconnect here. Like, the thing is in old Bleach, what would have happened is Genry Yusai would have burned that guy. He would have had a couple little scorch lines on his face, and he would have passed out, right? Or at least he would have appeared to pass out, and we have to be like, well, is he dead or is he alive? I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see. You know, whereas here, that guy's dead. There's no question about that. But oh man, I'm glad we got to see some of the name I can't remember. Sasakibe, I believe it was, right? Sasakibe, yeah. I'm glad we got to see a bit of like that backstory with him, you know, being, you know, starting to meet Genry Yusai and everything, and like the difference in the names and his stubbornness, and you know, he learned this Bankai. Now it's interesting because this was over 2,000 years ago, so Genry Yusai wasn't head captain at this point, right? Like, in the episode, I think it tells us what he is, but there was so much text on the screen that I don't think I quite caught it. So let's go back to that before I just sound like an idiot, right? Unfortunately, I knew what happened to Kenpachi that we saw. I pretty much knew that was going to happen because we have to build up the Quincy King. I think I'm just going to keep calling him the Quincy King because his name looks hard to say. It's like, and I don't think they say it the way that it looks. I was told that the name is like said differently than it's spelt and said differently in a few different things, and I'll just call him the Quincy King. But all right. Where is it? It's way farther in the episode than I thought, to be completely honest. Okay. Here we are. Alright, I'm just gonna let this play until it pops up, because I think I'm going past it. But yeah, that guy Overkill had a cool name, definitely. Overkill being overkilled himself is definitely a bit of irony there. So, I did get to it. He is the founder of Genryu style Genji Juku Grandmaster Shigekuni Yamamoto. So that was a lot to read while also reading them talking and everything. It was just overwhelming because a lot of those words I don't know. So So he took on the name Genry Yusai later on. His original name is Shigekuni. But yeah, that was really cool, that whole flashback, because I talked about how I was a little disappointed that all we got to see of Sasakibe was his death. We don't know anything about him in the show, and now I feel like we know a little bit more seeing this. But also, something that we learned here that maybe they mentioned it in the manga, but they never mentioned it in the anime. They talked about how Genry Yusai was like the head captain for 1,000 years, but they've never said like how long he's been around. But now we know that Sasakibe learned his Bankai 2,000 years ago. So this, where he learns the Bankai, is 1,000 years before he becomes head captain, and Genry Yusai is already a Grand Master in this martial art style, or whatever it is. So, like, how old is Genry Yusai really? Like, I've always wondered that, and I've always just had, like, well, he's at least 1,000 years old, you know? But, like, damn, that's crazy. So now we have, he's at least 2,000 years old, and obviously probably a bit more than that, because he was a master at this point, so... And, like, I mean, if we look at our other characters, several of them are several hundred years old, right? And yet they aren't at the level of Genry Yusai. Now, there's probably a little bit of, like, talent involved, too, where not everyone gets to the level of Genry Yusai, you know? But still, I'm very much intrigued by his age, right? How old is he, really? But yeah, that flashback was great. It really made me appreciate Sasakibe a little more, because I didn't really feel it when he died, because he's just been around, right? Like, he hasn't, at least in the anime, he hasn't really done anything. And then they mentioned, like, oh, he has his Bankai and it was stolen. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know what it was anyway, so who cares? But now we got to see it here. We got to see it when he first learned it. We got to see the enemy using it. And I love that Genry Yusai was like, you know, this Bankai that he honed wasn't this weak. But I guess that also leads us to the idea that they steal the Bankai, but they don't have it mastered, from the sounds of it. So, unless I was Genry Yusai just being, you know, wanting to kind of compliment his subordinate one last time, kind of thing. But if we take that quite literally, then we can expect in the future what's going to happen is they're going to use these Bankais, and our characters are going to be like, this is nothing compared to the way that I wield it, and they somehow defeat it, kind of thing. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah. Oh man, crazy episode though, guys. I'm looking forward to learning what was going on in Hueco Mundo. Sorry, I'm running a little late, so I think I will end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you did, and check out my Patreon if you want to see more content from me, all kinds of things on there. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.